Hey everybody, welcome to Stump Librarian with me, Dave Brown from the Librarians here at Hiram College. We asked all of you to send us questions and try and stump us. If you stump us, you get a prize. Um, we got a few questions, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. So the first question we have here is from Lillian. And Lillian asks, what always grows but never shrinks? Sounds like a riddle. I'm not good at riddles, so Lillian, you already win right off the bat because I don't know the answer to this. We're going to turn the internet though and find out what we can find out first. So I'm going to go ahead and say what grows but never shrinks. And the AI comes through and says we. As a human, we grow but never get smaller. We do shrink at some point. I'm not exactly sure that's what it wants. Go over here and it says age. Okay, so Lillian, the answer to your riddle is age. I do not know. It makes sense though. We never get younger. It'd be great if we could, but we cannot. So congrats, Lillian. You're the first winner of this. I will go ahead and reach out to you via email, let you know that you won, and figure out when you pick up your prizes. Okay. Question number 2 comes to us from Mackenzie. And Mackenzie asks, "What's my pet dino's name?" First off, I love the fact you have a pet dinosaur. That's amazing. I want a pet dinosaur. What kind of dinosaur do you have as a pet, Mackenzie? As well, I want to know. My gut instinct tells me that your pet dinosaur's name might be Dino, but I have a feeling that you are a bit more creative than Flintstones were. The Flintstones were is a 70s era cartoon about a prehistoric family. It's pretty funny still. I think it kind of still holds up. If you ever watched before you look it up, but they named their dinosaur Dino. A little bit on those, but I feel like Mackenzie are probably a little bit more creative than that. So how we ask, so when we want to ask a question, right? We usually try to do a keyword search and figure out what we do. And let's go ahead and go and look up this pet names for dinosaurs. All right. So some options we have here just from across the web. Google's bringing them to us. We have Bubbles, Rexy, Raptor, Dino, Spike, Thunder, Rex, Draco, Tyranno. I don't know how I feel about that one. What else can we find here for other pet dinosaur names? Possibly, can we find what looks kind of usable here? We have dinosaur-inspired dog names, but that's not necessarily a name you want to give to your dinosaur, right? Your dinosaur is a dinosaur. You want to do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one, right? Because dinosaurs are pretty rare. So you have one, Mackenzie, is pretty cool. So out of these options here, I don't know. I feel like you might call your dinosaur Spike, Mackenzie. What do you think about that? I think Spike's a good dinosaur name. Let's say you have a stegosaur. I'm not sure what pet dinosaur you have, but I'm gonna go on their limb and say that Spike is your dinosaur's name. So let me know if I'm right or wrong. I'll reach out to you via email and see what you think, and we can go from there. Thank you for submitting your question as well. So number 3 we have comes to us from Naomi, and Naomi asks, around what time period did some whales grow legs and start walking? So what I do know is whales originally were on this earth; they already walked. So I'm not sure about this one, Naomi, because they evolved to not have legs, from what I can gather from my basic science lessons that I learned. But you're asking one more time, did some whales grow legs and start walking? So you want to find how they went the other way. So let's go ahead and go with, let's just look up whale evolution. And this is from Berkeley, which is a reputable university. And so hippos are the closest living relative to whales. And hippos do, in fact, walk on land, but they're not ancestors of the whale. So not quite, but they're closely relative that we have. So it looks like this graphic that they gave us. It looks like they originally came in the world as these animals called Indohyus and Pachycetus, which is kind of like a long, kind of looks like a traditional mammal, right? And that comes around about 50 million years ago. Then we get stronger tails and shorter legs with this animals like the Ambulocetus and the Cuchichetus, and I can't pronounce these names. and the Rohesitis. And that's we're looking at now about 45 million years ago. And then we go further, and then we finally get, our traditional cell of animal back about 45 to 40 million years ago. So I'm not sure, to answer your question, I think that, whales had to begin with. So I think since the beginning, I guess we go back to 55 million years ago would be the answer to your question. Yeah, that's a great question, a great science question, Naomi. Awesome work. All right, number 4 for today. Stephen asked, what year was the Hiram College Library first built and who built it? So the library, as it currently is, was built in 1995. And it was, I don't know the architect for the building, but it was built by Hiram College, if you want to be generic with it. Before it was in current position, used to be in Teach Out Price, where the previous library used to sit. But 1995, this building here opened. So that's the answer to your question, Steve. It's a great question. That's one I actually have an answer to, though. And last one for today, keep it a little bit short, is we want number 5. Lauren asks, what is correlation between a country's quality of chocolate and their national debt? Two-part question here, right? So we have quality of chocolate and their national debt. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to look up. I'm going to go in countries that make the worst chocolate. See what we get. All right. And nothing that looks reputable yet. We have some Reddit stuff. Here we go. So we have, this one article has 25 chocolate brands ranked worst to best. So we're going to go with our top 4 here, okay? So Esta Chalk, they're from New Zealand. All right, Esta Chalk is from the UK. Whitaker's is next, and they are from New Zealand. Russell Stover, they are American. You've seen those in stores every single holiday, I am sure of that. And the last one, Nestle. And Nestle, I believe they are American. But they might have started off. Well, I think probably the quality issue will be the American this there. So, okay, so we have the UK, New Zealand, and the US. So next I look up and say, country rankings, national debt. All right, so we're looking at these 3 countries, see where they rank, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to go ahead and go to the International Monetary Fund, and it's got a global debt database. Okay, and then let's go ahead and find the national debt. So the UK was our first option. Their national debt is 101.36. So that in relation to what? Okay. So that's the percentage of their GDP. So that means that they are 101.36. So they are over 1% more debt than they bring in gross domestic product. So that's not great. You want to be the lower the situation is better. So they're high. The US, 121, so 21% worse or over the debt. So that's also not great. And then finally, we have New Zealand, and New Zealand doesn't have any data. So I don't even know about that one. Let's take a look and see. Let's see. We'll have to go up another tab here and go with New Zealand national debts. And they come up with 58%. So they are roughly in half. So they are the second worst 25 of candies, chocolates in the world, but they have one of the better national debts, whereas both the US and the UK have worse. So to answer your question, this is a very fluid situation here, I would say. This is a very cursory research, but Lauren, I'd argue and say that there is no correlation between quality chocolate and international debt. It could be a correlation to national sadness, though, I guess. The country's in a lot of debt and bad chocolate, you'll be very, very sad. So I think there quite is a correlation between countries' quality talk and their national science ranking. But for this purposes, I don't think there is one there. Thank you for everybody who submitted a question. I'll reach out to you all with email to let you know about what details of what happened today. Share with friends. They will also ask us some more questions as well. I'll be in touch with you all to talk about your getting new prizes. And thanks so much for participating, and I'll see you all later. Have a good one. Bye.